Public meeting of March 29th, 2022 of the Township of Washington Township Council. Adequate notice of the meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by the Township Clerk to at least 2 newspapers on March 8th, 2022, and this notice has been posted on the Township Bulletin Board and on the Township website. Salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Casio.
Here.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Here.
Councilman Sears.
Here.
Councilwoman Velez.
Here.
Council President Morgan.
Here. Let the record reflect also in attendance Peter Calamari, Mayor, and Susan Witkowski, Township Clerk. Before we get started, just make sure everybody is not muted. Your mics are all on. So you're good with that, right? Okay. Okay, we have no approval of minutes, and the mayor has 2 appointments.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Council, please be advised that I am making the following appointments. A Special Law Enforcement Officer Class 2, Ian O'Hanlon, and a Special Law Enforcement Officer Class 3, Don D. Grimolio. Thank you.
Thank you. To participate in the general public comment portion of the meeting, please click on the link below to join the webinar. If by phone, press *9 to raise your hand, *6 to unmute. Each person wishing to address the council shall give his or her name and home address for the record, and we ask that only one person speak at a time, with a 5-minute time limit. Speakers are to direct all questions to the council president. When the speaker is finished with questions or statements, the council will respond. All members of the public and council are expected to conduct themselves in a proper manner. Any derogatory, abusive, or threatening statements will not be permitted, and the council president will immediately rule such conduct out of order and terminate any further comments. Motion to open public comment. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Is there anyone who would like to speak?
I see no hands raised.
Okay, we can give it a couple seconds. Still no hands? Okay, motion to close public comment.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're going to move on to the 2022 budget. We have with us right now, we're going to for the council, we're going to be reviewing 39 through 46, covering DPW plus DPW capital, and then after 57 through 58. With us in attendance, can you state your name?
Dominic Schwartz.
Bill Lawler.
And you're representing the DPW?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so on the capital budget, we have roll-off dumpster with cab. There's an estimate for 2023 for $240,000. Rack body truck with spreader, another estimate for 2023, $95,000. Then for hot box for asphalt, it's a contract for $50,000, but that's out for 2023. And then backhoe, there's a quote for $140,000. This next page, is that also DPW on
The first 2 items.
First 2, okay. Replace salt spreaders, quote $23,000. Replace town hall fencing and flag poles, another quote for $40,000. Anyone need any of these poles?
I'll talk about the salt spread.
And back.
And the backhoe?
Yep.
Okay. So, all right, so we'll approve them all together or change whatever. This is only one. Actually, let's just do that. Replace town hall fencing flagpole quote for $40,000. Everyone's in agreement with that. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Well, if you're in agreement, you really need to vote on it.
We do. We're voting each item.
Okay. Okey-doke. All right. Motion again, I'm sorry. Who said the motion?
Stacy motioned, I second, and roll call.
Councilman Cassium.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. So then we're pulling the backhoe for $140,000. Councilman Cassio?
Yep. So, we have no backup.
No, we don't.
Okay. And what do we do when we need one at this point?
We rent one. It's for multiple months, primarily during leaf season. However, there are times during the year we do borrow them from another town for tree work, things like that.
Okay. And what have our costs been per year estimate?
That would have to be up to the administrator.
So we don't know what the cost is per year?
No, I don't know.
I want to venture to say 25 to 30,000 in that range, I think, for the months that we have it for leaf
Right,
season.
some years are shorter than others,
Right.
leaf collection.
Okay. And that's your primary equipment for that? Or is
No,
it
we use
using the front end loader?
We use our front end loaders also. That also gives us a third crew on the road. And sanitation crew.
Because I've never seen them use a backhoe.
No, we've been using it
Where?
quite a long time.
Where?
On the street.
Okay, I've never seen a backhoe being used ever. So that's my concern, but. yeah,
I've
just-
actually
I'd like to
seen
get-
it on
I'd like to get a
Capitol
number, I'd like to get a number on what we're spending for that use. So that's my concern. So, that's all, those are my questions.
Mr. Mayor, you think it's in the audit trail from last year, probably for equipment rental?
They always bill us like into this year for it. They don't even bill us monthly. They just wait and give us a total bill. So I'm 99% sure. I mean, what we spent in 2020 might be in
In
the
there,
21
yeah.
audit trail. But I know they always bill us late into the following year.
What's the first page of TPW 39?
Yeah, 39.
Mr. Long, just if I may, Council President,
Of course.
we're probably gonna need that backhoe if we put the buoys in the brook to reach
Correct.
out there and pull the debris out before we get storms.
This came up
Yeah,
a few.
that was something that the county suggested also that we get, because the county's no longer supplying equipment. So we are making the right move right now.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Thank you, Council President.
I just, I apologize. I wasn't really listening too well. I was reading and trying to find something. Did you say how much it was to rent, what we're renting right now, or you weren't sure?
I'm not entirely sure.
I think it's about 25,000 per year for the 3 or so months that we use it.
Okay,
And the life of a backhoe is?
Yeah, that's what
roughly-
20 years, give or take.
Oh,
20 years.
Is that a piece of equipment we can do on a 1033 program?
We've looked, we have not found one yet.
Yeah, but there was an active search for those.
Yes, sir.
It's under here. 26,
If we look at,
Are there any other questions on this item?
Yeah, I just want to look at the audit trail for 1 second to see if I see it in there. It might be in
yeah, I was looking.
29420, I'm thinking it might be in.
There's, on page 42, it says backhoe rental. There's a budget for 15,000.
Page 42?
Oh, no, I was looking in the,
Yeah,
it could be
I'm
15.
just wondering if that has any. See, it says transfers backhoe rental 15,000 is
Yeah.
requested.
Which line, what's the
29580.
295?
So I was
Thank
looking
you.
in the audit for that, but it doesn't show it.
26, 295.80. I'm just curious what the council thinks of, if the DPW says they need it, we should provide them with the right support. Everybody agrees.
How many years did you say?
20.
20.
You get your money out of it.
Yeah. 290,
This is only for.
290, what is it?
294.20. I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. Because it seems to just be going to payroll. Do you know the company we rented from by chance?
Herc Rentals
Hertz.
Herc,
Oh, Herc. Okay.
right, Herc,
or
HERC.
Durante.
Okay.
We've used both.
Thank you. Unless it hasn't come in yet.
And I know this is going to sound like a really naive question because I am not in the business of DPW or how that, equipment works, but just to explore all options. Like, I'm big on stewardship, so is it possible to share a cost to possibly purchase one and share it between towns?
Most of the towns already have their own.
They do.
Yes.
Okay.
I do remember it on last year's.
What do you normally share?
We've used Westwoods primarily, but as I said, for the use that we use it for, we use the rental for the time, 3 months, 2 months. So they can't let their,
Yeah, generally, theirs are in use for the same reason.
exactly.
Right. Okay, are there any other questions on this?
No, I'll motion for the 140.
Did you have any?
No, I was looking to see if we could find it, the rental
It
cost.
might not be
But
in,
it-
could have come in.
I looked through several pages. So I
Okay,
don't think
well-
it's in yet.
Let's see, 20 years, $140,000.
Will Mr. Tovo be back
They'll be back tomorrow.
tomorrow? So is it possible then to just get us the rental cost so that we can just do the math? I mean, to me, I think it's a no-brainer. Over 20 years, $140,000 over 20-year life of something seems like a really solid deal. But just to satisfy everybody's, questions to make sure that it makes sense.
Sure.
If maybe renting is a lot less than we're anticipating it is, maybe for right now, this isn't the year, but if
Well, I
we're-
think it's $7,000 a year for the 140, and then we do have a $15,000 line item for the rental. So I would motion for the 140. I think it's worth it to support the DPW for what they're asking, since they are going to be doing work in the lake, right?
In the brook.
And I've
We'd be
seen it
putting
on.
buoys up, and we need to clean that out, and that has to reach in there. So I would agree with Councilwoman Stacy, second her motion.
Your second?
Yeah.
And I've seen the backhoe on Calvin Street and Mountain picking up the leaves. It's not like I haven't.
If I may, just keep in mind that even though it would get funded this year, a lot of the equipment takes 6 to 8 months to get, especially with the supply chain issues that are existing.
Yeah.
Every vendor we've talked to about any equipment is minimum 6 to 8 months, some up to a year.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's why, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we have it in operating for this year also for the rental,
Yes.
in case it does not come in time.
So if we order it now, you hope to have it by the end of the year is
Yeah.
kind of so we really should get on. If we wait till next year, you might
We're
be
hoping
waiting.
to have our garbage trucks here also, and
Right,
so,
right.
these days it's anything goes.
All right, so there is a motion and a second. Yes.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes,
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. And then you wanted to pull the salt spreaders, Councilman Cassio?
So that gets us how many spreaders?
2.
2. And what's the current condition of the ones we have now?
The 2 we want to replace, we have nothing but problems. With the auger and the auger chains, they need work constantly. So we're looking to upgrade to more an auger as opposed to a chain system for feeding the salt.
So they're not functioning at all. Are you gonna put these on existing trucks? On new
I would
trucks?
like to put one of them on one of the pickup trucks we have.
Okay.
One of the old ones. They are functioning, but we had to spend quite a few dollars this year trying to get them back up and running.
So we buy 2, we're gonna use one.
One
Use one for, cannibalize one in case we need it for parts.
we can always do that. We can auction it, or we can find another use.
Okay. That was my only question.
Okay, any other questions on this?
What's the life expectancy on?
The salters,
How long do they last?
I mean, they can last 10 years or so plus. It's all on maintenance and everything like that.
Well, salt nothing lasts, so.
Yeah, well,
That's a lot less than a backhoe. I give it less than 10 years.
Yeah.
we've had some salters for 10 years.
How old are ours, our current ones?
Our current ones are all from 2016 and on.
So we're replacing them or we're getting additional?
Replacing and additional.
So we're replacing ones that we just bought in 2016 though?
Yes. We have nothing but problems. The auger chains rotted out last year for this winter. Struggled to get them up and running. They have computer issues. The hopper keeps freezing on you.
Oh, wow. So,
That's,
So-
it's only 7 years.
yeah.
Well, it's salt. You have to realize what's in it. It's corrosive.
Are they being stored,
Yes,
covered?
yeah, they're oiled and covered for the off season.
Are there, how long are warranties, do you know, on this? And is there more than one company that you can get this from? Is there like,
I don't know, locally, there are only a handful of companies. And these 2 that we are trying to replace came from a company that we gave it a shot and we do not like them. The ones we're trying to replace them with comes from a company that we've had dealings with for decades.
okay. Okay. All right, so we need them. Any other questions on the council?
What are the 2 companies?
Van Dyne's is the new one, and the one that we've been dealing with for years is Cliffside
What is it, Cliffside?
Oil Lock.
Oh, okay. No, Cliffside. No, I know.
I know, so do I.
know
That's why I
the
laughed.
actual-
All right, so I'll motion for the 23,000.
I'll second.
They do have good equipment.
Yeah.
Sue, can I have a roll call?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
So I just want to let the council know I did find the invoice for the backhoe. So for a 30-day rental, it's $3,500 for 1 month. So then the cost, that's just 1 month.
Yeah.
So the cost it's valid.
And I'm sure it's gone up since.
Yeah, this is the prior year's audit, so I'm sure that's not accurate for this year.
You said 35?
It's $3,500 for the backhoe it's actually, this is less than 30 days. It's like 25 days.
Okay, and then we did table the drainage repairs on private property. For some reason, I have that under DPW. I don't know if that's them.
I wouldn't think so.
And I believe that's Boswell.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Is it the only capital item left?
And then upgrade, replace Memorial Field House, that's building our parks. Improvement, that's not you guys either, right?
No, no.
That was Palmer.
yeah, that would pull till next year at least.
Oh, that's right, yep.
Is that our only item for this year that's left?
For the what?
The drainage is the only item left? I thought we voted on that, 50,000. So the drainage, we did 50,000 on.
For the
Yes.
drainage?
Yeah,
Oh, we
reduced that
did,
to
you're right. It was
50,000, yeah.
tabled and I never took it off. It
No,
does say
it's
yes, yep.
The recording equipment's what's
The
still
recording, yep.
tabled.
Did you get an answer, sir?
I asked first thing this morning, I did not hear anything back. So I will just stay on it.
Let's continue down with DPW. Okay. Let me see, 39.
We voted on the salt spreaders, right?
We did, we
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
voted, yep.
Just making sure.
Okay, page 39.
Flip side.
Okay, on page 39 for council, under DPW permanent employees, not superintendent, 565,000. DP,
That's a contracted rate in their contract.
That's 2% across the board, or what is it?
It's whatever's in the contract. I don't recall offhand what the contract calls for this year, but
okay. DPW overtime, 45,000. DPW secretary, 3,091. DPW contractual stipends, not foreman, 15,000. DPW okay. DPW seasonal workers, 95,000. Winter watch, 9,500. Superintendent, 93,000.
Pull it.
Foreman stipend, 10,000. Sick leave payout, 1,000. Vacation buyback, 1,000.
You're not doing the page.
No, we did.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I'm getting away with getting ahead of myself.
You must have a
Sorry about that,
page
you're
on a roll.
I'm not in a rush. Okay, so we're pulling the contractual stipends, not foreman, 15,000. That was for you, Mr. Cassio, I
Yep.
believe. All right, so let's vote for everything except for 290, 150, which is the stipends for not foreman and superintendent. Those two we're gonna not approve right now. Everything else, can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second,
So roll call.
Councilman Cassio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, so then contractual stipends not foreman for 15,000, and that was Councilman Cassio.
So it just seems that across the board, we've had spending about somewhere between 8,000, except for 2020. It seemed to be much higher towards the 15. So can you tell me why that's going to be 15 as opposed to $7,000 or $8,000?
There are 3 crew chiefs who have a sliding scale. Their first year is X amount, second year is X amount, and max out up to third year is X amount.
So you're adding one more person to the crew chief?
No, there are 3,
There are 3.
yes.
And it's the $7,000 on the 3?
One year, one position was not filled, and as of last year, we have one who was at the first stage of his rate, so it will drop.
And that's something that's contractual in the,
It is in the contract.
okay? Any more questions on that one?
Okay. Does anyone else have a question on that? Okay, superintendent, 290, 190 for 93,000. That was also Mr. Cassio.
And what's the bump there for?
These are numbers that the administration came up.
Okay, so what's the bump there for?
Again, this is another market-based position. This is still extremely low. I think Bob supplied you all with the area and what they're making. It's extremely low. Given our choice, we'd like to make it higher, but we're trying to be mindful of things also. So this is one I know the council has asked for, a list of future ones. This would be on our future to bring this one up much closer to market over the next year or two also. But this year, from 88 to 93, let me see, is an acceptable number, but we would hope to get it much closer to market in the next year or two also.
So this is not market at 93?
Not at all. Everything else is in the 6 figures.
Again, if I go somewhere and I see a garden, I don't go somewhere else and say I'm gonna pay more because it's market. So, it's not 2%, you know how I feel about 2% across the board.
I have a question. Is this salary or hourly?
The position is salary.
So how is it then, like last year it was 88,000, but only 77,000 was spent? That's 11,000.
I don't believe, I don't want to misspeak, because I see it's exactly the same in 2020 and 2021. Bill, do you recall offhand, I'm sorry, I don't offhand, why we had budgeted 88 last year, but you were paid? I don't want to, I don't want to say, because I don't want to border on a Rice notice thing. So if you want further explanation, I can get it from Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'll make a motion for the 93,000.
I'll second that, Council President.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir.
I was just thinking the same
Oh, my
thing.
goodness.
Dude, it got hot, right? All of a
Yeah,
sudden.
you heard me.
Mhm.
Thank you. All right, so there's a second. There's a
I'm
motion
sorry.
and a second for 93,000.
Motion was by Stacy and second was by Councilman Sears, correct?
Yes.
Listen, it was cold yesterday, it's hot today.
Councilman Cassio,
No,
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay.
You have to go back and vote on the other one.
Oh,
Oh, right,
the-
we didn't do that.
The stipend, the
Yes, the
stipends,
15,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry about that. All right, so there was no more discussion on the stipends for the foreman. Can I have a motion for 15,000?
So moved.
I'll second. Sue, roll call.
Councilman Cassio,
yes,
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, page 40. Sick leave payout, 1,000. Vacation buyback, 1,000. Director, 1,800. Other expense, C2 license operator, 3,500. Office supplies, 1,250. Dues, meetings, and conferences, 1,500.
just pull that, oh, never mind, it's okay,
Which one?
never mind.
Okay. Travel and mileage, 100.
Can we pull office supplies?
Okay. Anything else?
No, I just wanted a question. The C2 is the wastewater operator, right?
And sewer.
Thank you.
Where do you see that?
Just making sure I'm picking up on the third year now, so. The C2 is
I see.
wastewater and sewer, yeah.
So motion to approve everything except for office supplies.
So moved.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I
Stacy
get
second.
it. Okay.
Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Cassio,
Yes,
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. And then office supplies at 1,250.
Just why the double? Why the big increase for printer cartridge?
We are replacing a lot of the old equipment that disappeared with the old building, and it's upgrades. Scanners, printers, et cetera.
Oh, so it's not just a printer cartridge.
Oh, because I see your deep office of furniture and equipment line is 0, so you're including that in the office supplies line?
Oh, okay, so that's, all right, that makes more sense.
Should we, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, it's the same department, but it's fine. We zeroed that out last year too, so.
What?
The office
The
equipment.
bottom,
Yeah.
I saw printer cartridge, $600 printer cartridge.
What else is included in that? In the office supplies, other than the printer cartridge? What was the answer?
We actually, we took scanners out of it, fax machines, scanners, printers.
Okay, so you're replacing, you said you were replacing
Right,
things?
all the old equipment was old in the building that was auctioned off or gotten rid of, and we need to upgrade.
All right, so were those two line items were combined, you said, 300?
Yeah, we did, it
We
was a
should put
zero.
that on the note.
Yeah, well, I have it here from last year, but the member admins can't update the.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to say the equipment they're replacing was almost as old as the building they were occupying, so.
Yeah, we had
Yes, I saw it firsthand.
Okay, so motion for 1250.
So moved.
Second,
Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 41. Radio expense, 3,000. Training, 6,500. Sign expense, 10,000. Uniform rentals, 7,000. Uniform and safety equipment, 4,400. Oxygen and fire extinguishers, 2,000. Facility maintenance and repairs, 40,000.
Pull
Janitorial supplies, 7,000. Equipment purchases, 15,000.
Can we pull the sign?
Yes.
29380?
Mhm.
29380.
Anything else? Okay, so motion to approve everything except for the sign expense and the facility maintenance and repairs.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
Are you enthusiastic down there?
He's excited we have one day left.
I know.
DPW sign expense, was that the Councilwoman Velez?
Yes. We haven't come close to spending except for 2018. In 2017, what is allocated, so.
Signs.
And what signs exactly is this for?
These are, 17 and 18 we were replacing all the street signs and the stop signs, bringing up the code. Last year was a little off since we were involved with the move, and so we didn't continue the program. What still needs to be done are the 2-hour parking, 3-hour parking, no parking anytime. There's some of them are white that you can't even read them. So we have to make a list and start replacing those.
Okay.
But most of the stop devices are.
They're all, but then again, an accident may occur. They get
Someone steals them.
that too.
That's true, yes.
Any other questions on it?
And they're all breakaways, right?
Yes.
Okay, motion to approve 10,000 for 293.80, the sign expense.
So moved.
Second. Fine.
Okay.
Very excited
Sue, roll
on
call.
that.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
I don't think the police heard.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
I don't think they heard you, Hillsdale.
Facility maintenance and repairs. That was
That was
Dr.
me.
Casio,
Yeah.
yes.
So out of this line item, were you repairing the actual physical plant out of this line item?
This is a municipal complex.
Okay.
Any pipe bursting, something like that. Needs repairing.
We don't have one. We don't have one now, so why are we at 40,000?
Excuse me?
We don't,
The town hall building.
the town hall, this is town hall or is it the building itself?
This is town hall, the police, it's a facility.
Okay, but it doesn't, did that include the former building?
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you spending the majority of the money
It's always here.
from here? Okay. No further questions?
Okay. Do you want to make a motion for that?
No?
Okay, I'll make a motion for 40,000.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
We have the variety of voting this evening.
Page 42, miscellaneous, 3,000. Drainage repairs, that's why I thought it was, where's the other thing? Okay, drainage repairs, 15,000. Other equipment rental, 12,000. Tree removal, town property, 45,000. Hardware and paint, 3,500. Road repairs, 3,500. Sewer expenses, 11,000.
Just go back to 590, pull that one.
Okay, other equipment rental for
Yep.
12,000.
I have a question about the tree removal, but you don't have to pull it if I could just get my question answered. The trees, I know this is going to seem petty, but when you come off the parkway, there's that piece of property right on the right when you're getting off the exit. Is that town land or is that private property? Or is that the parkway?
State park.
Oh, no wonder why the trees are still
Yeah,
there. Okay,
that's
fine.
state.
That's all.
They came through and just wiped them right out.
Seriously.
I
That's
got
why because we got off the other day and it was very sunny and I was like, oh, look at that. That's very interesting.
Okay, motion to approve everything except for the equipment rental? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I just want to ask a question. Maybe next year we could add tree planting. We have removal, but we don't have nothing for tree planting.
I
Maybe
don't
you
know
could
that
put that in the
tree-
green team.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think tree planting would come under DPW.
I think you should
You
put that
guys
under
do a
green
lot,
team.
but I don't know if you want to go into plantings.
Okay, so motion to approve everything on this page except for the equipment rental for 12,000.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
No,
Did you want another thing pulled?
yes, I did.
Okay, so which one would you like pulled?
Just pull the 650, the bottom sewer
Okay.
expenses.
All right, so motion to approve everything on this page except for the equipment rental and the sewer expenses. Can someone second?
No, I'll second. Sorry.
It's okay. And then roll call, please.
Councilman Casio,
Yes,
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Other equipment rental for 12,000, that's Councilman Casio.
yeah, again, we go from 5,000, 1,000, or 2,000 up to 12. What are we anticipating renting?
That's up in the air. Last year, we didn't expect it, but there was a drainage issue. We had to rent a mini excavator. We had that for a week. There are stump riding that we need to do. We haven't gotten around to that in certain areas yet. So it's basically a coverall. So if something comes up and we do need a piece of equipment, it's open.
Okay,
Did you say a drainage repair?
There was it was a drainage repair. We needed a mini backhoe to clear it out.
Okay, because that's the other line item.
It wasn't under drainage, though. We needed it was an issue.
Okay, because we have, under the drainage repairs, we have backhoe rental.
Mhm.
And that's allocated 15,000 in there, so
This was a different machine.
different, okay.
Could you do with the 10,000 as you did in last year?
I think we could. However, the price of everything is going up.
Yes,
Inflation's
it's true.
through the roof.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but based on the
Exactly.
last 3 years, we
Well, you
haven't,
can't be because we're in,
in 2019.
yeah, but we're in
Can't base
a different
2019
economy right
prices
now.
on today.
Everything's gonna almost double or triple the price.
we didn't use any
In
in
5 years.
17, 18, we spent 6 in 19, 5 in 20, and 1,700 in 21. So it just seems very interesting when we allocate that much money when we haven't even come close to that in the highest 5 years. So
I agree.
it just seems extremely,
Although that and the sewer expense, they're moving targets every year. I'll repeat myself again. Sometimes we have to over allocate these things, not knowing what's going to come up as opposed to running short. If we over allocate, it goes back into the surplus, but we're all keeping the surplus under control. So
What happens if we don't fund the line for your requested amount?
Excuse me?
What happens if we don't fund the line? What could be the potential outcome for the funding not being there?
Again, if we need a piece of equipment and there's nothing to take it out. Like I said, there's multiple stumps in the parks with trees that came down, which we do need to get rid of. That would be a stump grinder would come out of that. You know, so if not, you possibly have tripping hazards in the parks.
Which could open us up for a lawsuit, which costs more money.
Or we could rent it that one time, which probably wouldn't cost $12,000.
No, but there's multiple items that would come out of those lines, not just a stump grinder. I mean, like I said, the mini excavator we needed last year.
Just looking at it, the last 2 years is 10,000, so I motion to
Bring it to
bring
10,000.
it to 10.
Is there a second?
I would go lower.
I'll second the 10,000.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
I'd like to see it lower, but I'll go with the 10. Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
I'd like to see it stay the 12, but I'll go with the 10, yes.
Councilman Sears,
No.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. So it's at 10.
Mhm.
Okay. And then sewer expenses? Is that,
Yeah, I pulled that one.
okay.
So I just want to get an understanding. Do you know why it was so high in, I'm assuming that's our commitment to the sewer, basically our sewer expense with the authority, right? With tonnage or
No, this would be work done
work done?
on lines. If some years you don't have much problem, other years you have root problems, the roots in the streets that we take care of.
And are we keeping on schedule with our viewing, our scoping?
Yeah, actually, we're out this week with the road program, doing the streets that are going to be paved to make sure there's no issues before the pave.
But we're still on that regular schedule of our problem spots, right?
Yeah. Actually, this year started a different program. We broke the town into certain zones. And quarterly, we are running through the zones, checking each area. That way, it's not just these 4 streets or 8 streets. We're actually trying to do the whole town this year.
You're doing the whole town quarterly.
No,
You're doing a quarter
yes.
every. Gotcha.
So I'll be handing that in next week for this quarter.
Is there a report on that? Of
Pardon?
Is there a report? Which
Usually
streets?
there's a report.
We have a list of problem areas. And then we also, like I said, we've this year tried to break the town into quarterly areas so we can at least check every
Mhm.
zone throughout the course of the year.
So you're asking for like checks and balances to make sure?
Yeah,
that-
well, if, in case a resident inquires, we get an email and say, well, your street's coming this quarter, or your street was just.
We could do
viewed."
that. I mean, we just started working it this way.
I think it's
Hopefully.
a great idea that quarterly.
Mhm.
So it's just for us to have something to speak to when somebody inquires. to us.
I'll make a motion to lower this to 9,000.
Is there a second? Okay, there's no second.
A motion for the 11.
Is there a second? Okay, more discussion needed.
What's the holdup? The thing is like, we don't know, so if we don't fund this line, what's the issue? What's gonna happen if we don't fund this line?
If there's a problem in the street, slip joint, it's not gonna get fixed.
So we could flood the town, main drag.
Yeah,
This
I mean, this can be an issue, but there are some issues right now. Paving is on hold in certain areas, I'm not saying where, because there are issues on the ground.
That needs to be fixed with this line.
Would be fixed with this.
What happened in 2020? Because we did use 11,170. We actually needed a transfer into that line. What?
There were a few years where sewers became the hot topic.
Okay.
And there were a lot of problems with the sewers. And now it seems to slow down a little bit, but you never know. might come up again. We were doing a lot of routes and whatnot, and lines we had to take care of. And for some reason, it slowed down, but things seem to go in cycles.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 17 was 26,000, and then it seems to be, I don't know, there was quite a few, I have last year's, there's quite a few expenses with excavating and the industrial services.
Can we split the difference? 10,000?
So if I may, I think, and Pete and I were just discussing, I think when you're looking at 220, correct me if I'm wrong, we had Prospect Street, we had an issue over there. And I think that's where we had that increase. Is that Prospect
No, it was
No, I
Amherst.
think Prospect was earlier.
earlier? Okay.
So it was Amherst from the 2020.
Was it Amherst?
I was going to say Prospect might have been the 2017.
It couldn't have been 17 because it didn't get addressed till I was mayor, and that was in 18, so.
That's,
Keep in mind too, this is some of the residents probably were with some of the catch basins that we're talking about over by Woodfield, right? So those residents who came here and told us they're having problems,
We are in the process of clearing them out right now.
yeah, and they're gonna need funding in this line. So again, I'm gonna motion for the 11,000.
Is there a second? Okay,
I told those residents we would help them.
I think we have to meet somewhere in the middle. Can we agree to 10.5? Stacey wanted 10,
I said-
Steve wanted 9.
And Stacy wanted
wants
11.
11. Can we say 10.5? Would you be able to work with 10.5?
I believe so. Again, it's what's going to come up this year.
Right,
It's one of those moving target type numbers.
right.
You just never know.
That they can work with it until they can't when it
Right.
runs out of
And
money.
then they'll have to come to us for another vote for money.
You do have a
Well,
lot,
it's not that easy till November when we can do transfers and emergency
Yep.
appropriations.
And then
We're talking $500.
you do have a lot of money left over in that control from last year.
I'd like to
Doesn't matter.
spin that the other way, Desiree, you're talking $500.
Truth, that's true.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I mean, it's difficult to look at I think what we're seeing is the spend from the years prior. Moving target, I get it, 100% I get it, but
and the sewers are getting older, so they're gonna be more and more less predictable.
We do also take,
Those residents came here, we told them we would help them.
Exactly.
we also do take any grates or manhole covers that get broken or damaged out of this line also.
I really think you should keep the funding for what they're asking for.
so
We
you
can't-
second it then.
You know,
I'm
Second,
motioning for the
11.
11,000.
is that it?
Yeah.
A second.
Okay, that's wonderful.
We were waiting on a second. All right, roll call.
You even know what to do with that.
Councilman Casio.
No.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
No.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, so we're done with 42. Moving on to page 43, street sweeping, 18,000. I'd like that pulled. Recycling, salary and wages recycling coordinator, 1,000. Curbside contractor fees, 205,000.
Pull that for questions.
Leaf disposal fees, 175,000. Brush disposal fees, 25,000.
Pull that one as well.
Okay. So we're approving recycling,
No, you're right.
is recycling? No. Okay, salary and wages, we're approving that, and leaf disposal fees. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second, Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. So my question is on the street sweeping for 18,000. I'm just wondering why over the last 5 years, we haven't even come close to that total. I just want to know
Well,
what the plan is.
the last one of the year is usually scheduled for after the leaf collection. Now, that's winter. So we're budgeted for 4 times a year with the street sweeping. The next one's coming up the week of the 11th of April. So frequently after leaves, weather gets in the way and it's put off for a year, and there's only 3 sweepings done a year.
So is this contractual that we have for a year if weather is permitting?
Yeah, it's, but Borough Paramus helps out with that.
Okay, so we're contractual for 4 times a year and the total is 18,000 in the contract. Okay.
But we haven't even come close.
Right, and
So I'm just,
Well, again, we don't pay if we don't use it because of the weather, but ideally, weather permitting, we would like to get the streets done 4 times a year. The weather just hasn't permitted the past few years.
it hasn't permitted since 27, well, the last 5 years.
You got leaves down.
So we
But
can't-
we're not using it.
we can't bring this down. This is a contractual. The only thing we can ask
Oh,
is that,
that's, oh, I see, it's contractual.
right, the only thing we can ask is that there is an alternate schedule if you're seeing that we're not gonna get in the 4th one, you know.
We also have to work with their schedule too. We've tried to schedule and they have their schedule also, and they don't always mesh.
Maybe another vendor for the next,
Maybe, yeah, something in the
That was
is
something
there-
we'd have to go out for.
yeah, for RFP.
I'll make a note to see when the contract is up and see if they'll either renegotiate it or select another vendor.
That's a good idea.
I'd like to see the 4th.
In the meantime, it is contractual, so can I have a motion for the 18,000?
Second, I'll motion, yes, sorry.
Okay.
I had him, yeah, okay.
Okay, Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes,
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes,
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Curbside contractor fees, 205,000. Councilman Casio?
Is that the contract you have?
These are all through the administration. They set up these large contracts. Leaf disposal, everything.
So it's a contract rate.
Hmm.
It's a big jump.
It is a big jump. It is a contracted rate, or is it a,
I don't know if it was bid on or I have no idea.
Mr. Mayor, do you know if it's contractual?
Sorry, I was distracted for a moment. Can you ask the question again?
oh,
Question
sure.
for 210, is that a contract rate of $205,000 for?
I believe it's variable based on volume.
Okay.
I'd like to bring it to 200,000.
I think we should lower it. I mean, we're not,
I think 200,000.
we
Is that,
keep
is that a
this-
misprint on 2018 where it was $38,000? Should be 138.
They forgot to bill us.
I don't know offhand.
they might be listening.
No, it would have been a transfer in somewhere.
I'll take a look at.
It looks like it's been about 150 for about 5 years. 2, 3, 4, 5 years now. There's a bump from,
I'll second your 200,000, Vice President Morgan.
Did you have more discussion that you wanted? I heard you talking still. I'm sorry.
no, I just wanted to make sure if that's a contracted rate,
Okay.
that's what we're looking for.
Can we maybe table
it?
that? I'm not 100% sure of my answer.
Okay,
I'd like the table, please.
okay, let's table this.
And then for 230, I have the same question. Is that on volume? Is that on contract?
Let's handle upstairs.
Okay. Do you know, Peter?
I don't, especially looking at the 2017 and 18 numbers on those. So, yeah, I'd like to table that one.
So they're both tabled.
Thank you.
We tabling both of them, Council President?
Yes. We don't know if that's contract or anticipated cost.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's page 43. 44. Yard debris disposal fees, $22,000. Green team, $15,000. HVAC maintenance and repairs, $5,000. Anyone want to pull anything?
Yeah, just the green team.
I was going to pull that too. Any others?
No.
All right, motion to approve everything except for the green team.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Green team, 15,000, Councilman Casio.
Yeah, Tom, do you have any idea why we're increasing it?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Casio.
No problem.
I do plan to replace trees that we've taken down last year. We have 10 trees that have to go back in Clark Field along the fence 15 trees, excuse me. They're going to be Jolly Green Giants. We took down hazardous trees along the fence line in Clark Field. I need to replace those. And we took 5 trees down at Clark Field that were hazardous, and I need to replace those. I'm trying to replace the trees that we had to take down.
So how many are at Clark Fields? Because you said it twice.
We took 5 down at Clark Field. Is that correct? Might have been more, but the 5 will be a cover across the basketball court right now. But Clark, we did have to take a lot of trees down that were hazardous. So we plan to put 15 Jolly Green Giants along the fence line where it blocked the neighbors from looking in or the noise going into those houses. So I'm trying to, I haven't counted the trees that we did remove on town property. And I do have commemorative trees that we're putting in for the mayor and Council Lawton. So those have to be included into that. And then we have our natural green team, community garden, plants, soil, town day events, so.
So you're adding 15 more.
For the trees.
And you took down 5, adding 15. Right, does that make sense? Okay.
There any?
And, the trees have actually gone up
Yeah.
tremendously.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I just tried to buy
no, we
trees.
definitely always want to add more than we take down, so.
Tom, I think I heard you correctly. I just want to clarify, the tree you said for the mayor is for former Mayor Sopowitz, not for the current mayor.
Well, if you want one, we can put one
Doesn't come
in.
back.
That is correct.
And for Councilman.
Our
Art.
Are there any I know I was reading there was some programs with the state to pick up, it's only saplings or something? Or?
Yeah, we're getting the seedlings that are coming up for the 24th, I think. We'll be handing them out. Yeah.
How many of those actually make it?
I would say out of 50, you may get 5.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so
But we are doing a school program this year. We're going to take, with the middle school children, we're going to give them a seedling, and they're going to grow it in their environment to where it gets big enough for us to plant.
Oh.
So they're going to take that project on.
They have that environmental engineering class.
Yeah,
That's the one.
that's
that
where we
was- that was
ran
very-
into it.
was very
Okay.
nice.
let's just quickly get back to this. So Councilman Casio, are you going to motion for this or?
No.
No, okay. Can I have a motion for the 15,000?
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. So that's for page 44, page 45.
Desiree, may I make a quick comment?
Sure.
I'd just like to explain when I said I was distracted before, I am monitoring a medical thing going on in my family, so I'm getting text on it.
Okay. Hope everything is okay.
So far, so good.
Okay, good.
I have to monitor it.
Yes. So if at any point you have to leave, don't, feel free to. Don't
Thank you.
feel you need to.
Thank you.
45, page 45.
Third from the bottom, I think.
DPW maintenance, okay, yes.
Are we gonna do fire with this one too? So we're
Yeah.
gonna leave it because it was just tires?
Yeah, we could do that. Fire vehicle tires, 2,000. DPW vehicle tires, 12,000.
We'd like to say something.
Sure.
This year, one of our front end loaders needs tires. That's a $6,000 hit. Also, the new garbage truck we just received, we're gonna have to get tires for rotating them on and off. That's gonna be another $3,000 hit. So that's bulk of right there. So we were hoping putting it up to 18,000 for the year just to cover the too expensive.
Well, what line item,
Zero.
Jim, three? I did see you replacing the tires on them.
No, the loader. right.
Yeah.
The 18 will get you through the year for what you need for the rest of the vehicles, right?
What is the 12,000 covering? Just regular maintenance, just in case for the tires, or?
No, garbage truck tires, especially sanitation trucks, they go over the road, they wear down, you have to have them recapped. So you have to keep cycling through them over and over throughout the course of the year.
So
So,
6,000, oh, sorry, so you
I'm
said,
sorry.
it's okay, you said 6,000 for the front end loader, right?
Right, and
And
then
you said 3,000 for,
the new garbage truck
The new
for the
garbage.
front and the rear, because the company you get the truck from, they don't give tires.
right. it's
You
just
get the
chassis.
tires through a state contract to another agency.
So you asking for 9,000?
No, there, what is,
Bringing up to
18,
18.
he had already said 2/3 of his budget was gone based on the $6,000 necessary spend
Gotcha.
for the front end loader and the new tires they'll need for the new garbage truck when it comes, so that's 2/3 of his budget. So in order to cover the rest of the vehicles, that's why I was asking for 18, if my summation is correct.
Correct.
Well, I'll make that motion.
Well, hold-
Let's finish the page,
Can I
and
just
then we can
ask?
go back to that, if it's okay. We can pull that. He
Oh.
jumped in to ask for 18, so
Oh, I
I'm
see,
putting
I see.
that there.
So
So for 315003 for tires, the new request is 18,000. For police vehicle equipment and repairs, 12,000.
No, you did.
Oh, we did that, yes, I'm sorry. And fire vehicle equipment and repairs, 20,000. So we want pulled for discussion, the DPW tires. Was there anything else you want pulled for discussion on this page? Yeah, that was a no? Everyone's okay with it? Okay, so then let's approve everything on this page except for the DPW tires. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Discussion on the tires, the 18,000. Is there anyone that has any further discussion other than the explanation that was given to us?
I just want to understand, so we're getting a new truck and it doesn't come with tires?
As tires, but sanitation trucks, you have to replace 2 at a time on the back and the rear, and they get recapped. So we have to have the replacements.
Oh,
We
I
take
see.
off, they get sent to, in this case Hudson Tire. They recap the old tires, return them, and it's just a
So
constant
you
cycle.
just need something to switch out with, okay.
Spare.
And this wouldn't be a problem in a couple of years.
Spare.
Right.
Can't find tires.
You would think it would
This
come.
wouldn't be a recurring expense because you already have the two.
Right, once we get these tires,
Then
then
you can
the only
rotate it
expense
through.
will just be,
Go
for the
down to
most part,
tire.
recapping.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure I heard that correctly.
That was a good question because you would think,
Well, I guess it's not as, cars are not as
It's
heavy.
like it came from IKEA or something.
No, they don't come with spare tires.
Came from IKEA.
okay, so motion to
Then it
approve,
run flats?
No.
motion to approve the 18,000.
So moved.
Second.
You need the couch, the slipcover, the pillows, the arms, and the wheels.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 46. Equipment and repairs, 90,000. And that is all that's on that page. That's the only thing on there. Okay. It says repair T36 garbage truck.
If you recall, I believe we explained that as part of capital, but or maybe we didn't. In light of not getting both of the new garbage trucks yet, we have to put an engine into one of the older vehicles. We cannot capitalize that because of the age of the vehicle. It has to go in as an operating expense, and the price of the motor is $40,000. Hence the difference from the $50,000 last year to the $90,000 requested this year.
Wow.
The whole point of this is to hopefully limit the use of Sherry Field during leaf collection. So we can rotate the trucks on the road and bring them out to the dump and not lose time, picking up the leaves. Furthermore, with the new engine, the truck itself is in fairly decent shape. So the engine will be warranted, and
How long is warranty for, do you know?
I do not know that. And like I said, for that much money, you're gonna have a truck that's good enough for 10, 15, possibly more years.
So then we'll have like 3 trucks with the 2 new ones plus this new.
We'll actually have
engine.
more. The plan is to be able to rotate during leaf. When truck fills, it runs out to, at this point, Woodland Park, where we dump the leaves. But you're not losing your crew in the road because you have another truck ready to take its spot.
Right.
Last year, that was our plan, but we had some mechanical issues. It didn't actually pan out that way.
And we didn't get the new trucks
No.
because of supply chain.
Yeah, this
last year.
truck was, the one we have now was supposed to be delivered in October-ish. But with supply chains, it didn't even get out of the factory until November.
You guys have been doing a great job with the leaves, so that's to keep it going, yeah.
Yeah, and as Bill said, to take the burden off Cherry Field parking lot and the residents there.
Dr. Casio, you wanted this one pulled, right?
Yeah, I just want to know why it was 90,000.
Okay, do you have any other questions on it?
So when the new trucks come, we're gonna have 4 trucks.
5, actually,
5.
if we fix it.
If they find wheels.
Bad. Oh, man.
Okay, any other discussion on this? Motion to approve 90,000 for this line.
So move, go ahead, Tom.
Second.
Okay, I'll first it.
Councilman Casio.
Abstain.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears.
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez.
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna move to page 57, but I don't think that, is that it for you guys? Let me see. I think that's it for DPW. No, there's one other line down here. 7 has one on the very bottom, DPW building, or is that not them? That is
That's more,
administration,
yeah, they
I
have
think.
control over the natural gas to heat the place.
I think that is it. Hold on. Gasoline, diesel, that's 57 and 58. How about 58, Mr. Mayor? Is that line them on the bottom?
58.
on page 58.
Is that PSE&G?
It's DPW gasoline and diesel. I don't know if that's them.
Oh, I don't have that one on that page.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
They can't control
it
that.
went from 22 last year to 27 this year for obvious reasons. I want to ask you guys, do you think that's going to be enough? Because even from when we put this number in, the prices
This
gone up
has to do-
significantly
this
for
has to do with-
diesel, because I'm intimately familiar with the price of diesel from my business.
This has to do with the shared agreement we have with the county in their field servicing.
Mhm.
So,
So that's like a contractual
58 on the.
thing?
Yeah.
Well,
That's fine.
the price
What's
can
the price of
vary.
gas?
It's a
Right.
contract, but the price can vary based on their cost for the fuel.
They get it at a discount and then they just pass the savings along to us, even though there's an increase and still, they buy it in bulk. So we get it at a better price. But it can go
So,
up.
I mean, as much as I hate to, I'd suggest we raise that another 2,000 to 29. Hopefully, it's only for this year. But if you guys can't operate because you don't have fuel, you might as well shut the department down.
It's not a good idea.
So when you put this number in.
It was
we
in
have-
January before
Right, I suggest we raise this.
29 at least.
I'll second the 29.
I'll agree.
So in 2018, their spend was 34,000.
Yeah, that's before we had the agreement with the county, and so
Okay.
we were paying outside rates.
Okay.
That was a good move then on the county.
All right, so we're gonna, let me get to that one, and then also I just want to make sure, is the sanitary sewers them as well? Other than BCUA, it says here, I don't know what that is.
I'd have to take a
4,
quick
5,
look at the
6,
audit
200,
trail to
me
see
too.
what's going on there.
Don't remember.
456.
Oh, okay, yeah, those are houses on the borders of other towns where the sewage for those
Other
residences goes into other towns.
One is
So it's
for
not-
Hocus.
Right,
Okay.
Hocus,
Ridgewood,
Ridgewood,
Paramus, and
right.
Hillsdale, yeah.
So the only other DPW, because I don't want to hold you guys here to get through what we have to get through. So the only other DPW line then is gasoline and diesel. And you're saying, the administration is saying to raise it, you're asking to raise it more than this allocated amount based on the,
Assuming I mean, that's my recommendation,
Right.
but it has to come from.
Of course.
So, yeah.
No, I'm saying you're asking to.
Because it's
That's your
now the
recommendation.
council's budget, but in light of very recent development.
Yeah, but under the administration's
Mhm.
recommendation, I'm saying,
Right.
we're changing that to 29. Does that sound reasonable for the council?
Yeah, I'll make that motion, we accept it.
I'll second.
Okay, Sue, roll call?
Councilman Casio,
yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. And I think that's it for DPW.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, gentlemen, for
Thanks,
doing a
guys.
good job for the town.
Yeah, we
Thank
really
you. Have a good
appreciate
night.
you coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Stay warm.
Okay, we're gonna go back to,
Good night.
And
Good
then-
night. I think it was page 57.
57.
That's what we're on.
Mhm.
Yeah, the top of 57, I think you're
Street.
right.
Streetlights and traffic control, 65,000. Administration offices, telephone, 35,000. Water, 12,000.
Pull that.
Gas, nothing, okay. Firehouse gas natural, 2,500. And DPW building gas, 1,000. So motion to approve this page, all except for the water.
So moved.
Second.
So roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. And then Councilman Casio for the water.
Yeah, looks like our highest was 11,000. 2019. Everything other than that was under 9. So is there a reason why we're increasing that?
Just taking a
Sure.
quick look.
Just for clarification, we're talking water for where? It says transfer. but-
It's Suez.
Yeah, it's all Suez, relatively small charges, so it may be for the field houses,
Okay.
things like that. Yeah, I think we can go lower on that from what I'm seeing here.
What's your recommendation?
Can we go to 8?
I would be comfortable with 8.
I'll make a motion for 8,000 for the water for Suez.
I'll second it.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Oh, yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
Thank you.
And page 58. Town hall gas, 6,000. Sanitary sewers other than BCUA, 80,000. Police gasoline diesel, 22,000. And there in the note, it says increased pricing. And then, fire department, gas and diesel, 6,000.
Can we just discussed 200
Sure.
sewers,
Uh-huh.
BCUA? Other than-
Okay, motion to approve the whole page except for the sanitary sewers.
So move.
Second.
So roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Oh, yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Steve, you can.
Yeah, the question is, Mr. Mayor, did we get all the bills for 2020, 2021 from the other towns? Because I suspect that we're missing something somewhere.
I can't say for sure that we did. I know we reached out to all of them who were in arrears and giving us the bills. Some complied, some did not. I don't have the specifics as to who did not, but we reached out to them because we don't like to let the bills hang too long. But offhand, I don't know if they are all current or not.
Could we just table this until we get the bills? And here's my thinking. 2020, 2021, a lot of people were home, so we should actually have an increase in that volume. So I don't think that 38,000 is a true number, or the 66, because in 2017, 18, and 19, people were at work doing their business, and those represent that 80,000. So I just want to make sure that's a correct number on 20 and 21.
Is that right compared? I've got different numbers.
456, 200.
Where's that one? I don't see. You know, there's a line I think missing, 455, 200.
So there's two that are
It's
open, Steve,
455, 200.
for Paramus.
Where?
For 2020,
170.
178.
Yeah, but it's
think
not
it's-
on it's not on the budget.
Look on page 179 in the audit trail.
It actually starts on 178, the bottom.
No, but I mean the ones I'm saying that are open. And, oh yeah, you're right, there's actually one.
Yeah.
Another open.
Well, no, the one at the bottom of 178 is for the BCUA. The ones on 179 are non-BCUA.
Right, so that's the one that we're talking about,
Non.
the non, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Open for,
So there's two open.
13 and 18, right?
Yeah, for 28, it looks like 28,000. Right? 28,000 is gonna be, almost 29,000 is gonna be deducted once it's
Do
paid.
you guys have in your book 455, 200 or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Right
don't.
here, page 178.
At the
No,
bottom.
no, in this part of the book. Do you have it in the front, in the actual, the budget? Do you have a line there for that? Because I think that's missing. This is online.
36 or 30, 31, 456?
31, 455, 200.
It should be on
50,
page.
455. I don't have a four.
No, we don't have the
No.
VCUA, we have the non-VCUA.
Yeah, I think Mr. Ray, that has
So
to
we're
get
missing
checked.
something.
Yeah, that line is missing from the budget.
So you are correct.
Which one, for the BCUA?
Yeah,
Yes, because that's a
Um,
significant number, so unless
that-
did that get combined into something else?
I don't think it would be somewhere else. It should be there.
Yeah.
It should go in order.
I know, I just was trying to ask.
That's a big one.
Well, let's
Well,
ask
it's
Mr.
standard
Togo
every year.
before we do anything. with that.
right, so we'll table it.
I would table that one for now and see if we can get an answer on 455.
Mhm.
Maybe we can do 456 at the
Great
same
catch,
time.
Stace.
Well, I think we'll need a reprint of that page. I think it's probably just missing from
All right.
the one.
So we're gonna table that. We're tabling 456,200 until we speak with Mr. Tovo.
And look for 455, 200.
And the other one was 456, 200, right?
456,200 is being tabled, that's
Right.
here. The other one that we can't find is,
And I noticed that was missing.
31, 455, 200?
Yeah, it's not, it's missing. It's about 800,000.
That's a big number.
Well, it's, and we have to fund it because it's not optional.
that's the VCUA.
Yeah, that's our,
Yeah, and then this one's non,
We're
ECUI.
not fixing the sewers. You wouldn't have.
we're tabling. Have to
Isn't that our waste disposal? Just pay for that anyway.
Okay.
This should go chronologic, so it should be there.
Like we said, we've been having some trouble with Edmonds with the budget process.
Fire.
I mean, I'm surprised. Well, we are looking for alternatives.
Yeah, that's why that's why I have notes from last year into this year, and I just noticed that number was
Mhm.
missing.
So
Edmonds, they don't care.
we are definitely finishing earlier. We're done with those pages. We could try to, it is early, we could try to take a break, go through the budget and come back in a little while if you guys want to try to finish it out tonight.
I'm out. I heard from Mr. Pollard, we do have to redo the votes.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Except for
that's
the
right.
ones that Tom did recuse himself with.
Okay,
So
that's right, I
if we
did
can
forget
take a
that.
break and then go back and do that?
Could we just, would it be possible to do the ones that didn't change and just vote singly on the ones that did change the numbers? We vote
Yes,
on
they
the
had
whole
to
fire
vote.
department, like the ones that didn't change, and then vote specifically on the ones that, where we changed numbers, or?
He just said everything except that what he recused himself on.
Okay, so I guess
should
it
be
doesn't
done.
matter then.
Okay,
So break and.
no
vote?
break, no break.
Oh, please.
We need a break?
Break,
Please.
5 minutes?
5 minutes, 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Only 8
Okay,
o'clock.
5 minutes. We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Yes, ma'am.
For the delay, we had to work some things out. We are actually going back to revote on the fire department. We've received some advice that we need, from some council advice that we need to revote the fire department. So that would be capital too, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll do capital first.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so under capital, under the fire department, Scott Pack replacement program, and the portable radios.
We're gonna do
Yep,
both in
that's
one
it.
vote.
Yep. Motion to approve
Wait a minute, the radios, we increased it though, the
Yes.
172?
Yeah.
to 172, yep.
Okay.
Motion to approve,
So moved.
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Recuse.
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Councilwoman Morgan.
Yes,
Mr. President, I'm sorry.
that's okay. All right, and then moving on to the operating. Let's see. That starts on page 13? No. Fire 1 through 12, so let me see.
I'm sorry, what page?
I don't know, let me find it.
Oh, okay.
42.
Don't listen to Tom.
34, 33.
Well, no, there's
33.
it says here too, on 1 through 12, plus and minus.
No, plus fire.
Oh, okay. So 33 through 38.
So this one's 33. On the bottom.
Okay, we are going to vote the page 32, page 33 at the bottom, fire prevention miscellaneous expenses. Motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second. Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 34, the only thing under fire department office supplies, we did decrease that to $1,000. From $1,500, we brought it down to $1,000. Can I have a motion to approve the page?
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio.
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney.
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 35, we increased line 265450, the building maintenance from 4,000 to 6,500 after speaking with the fire department. Other than that, we're approving the whole page, including that.
Okay. All right, let's try.
Or let's do that separately. 265450, building maintenance for 6,500, that's an increase.
All motion.
I'll second. Sue, roll call.
This is for the page, correct?
Nope, this is for
This
that
is
one
for-
line item,
okay.
the increase.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. For the rest of the page, approve the rest of the page, all motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney, Councilman Sears,
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 36,
Nothing changed.
nothing changed, right? We'll, approval for that page. Can I have a
Motion.
Okay. I'll second. Sue, can you, roll call, please?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney?
Yes.
Councilman Sears?
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez?
Yes.
Council President Morgan?
Yes. Page 37, nothing changed on there. Motion to approve the page.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Sue, please.
Councilman Cassio?
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney?
Yes.
Councilman Sears?
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez?
Yes.
Council President Morgan?
Yes. On page 38, the LoSAP line.
No, we can leave alone because he recused himself.
Oh, he did that one already?
Yes.
That's the one he recused initially.
Yes,
Okay, so we're done then there, right?
yes.
Let's make sure.
Prosecutor.
Was there anything somewhere else?
There was
That's what I'm
something else
looking.
that we jumped
I'm
to.
looking. Yes, there is on page 46. Uh-huh. Oh, and page 45 as well. Page 45. Oh, wait, didn't we just do this one?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and he recused himself from
No, we
this?
didn't do anything on 45. This was,
Just,
yeah.
he recused himself from this, no?
No.
Okay, so we'll do this one. The fire vehicle, the tires.
I'll motion for the 18,000.
No, for the tires.
That's the
Oh,
DPW, we're talking about
DPW,
fire
sorry, for
department.
the 2,000. Sorry.
You okay?
You need a drink?
No.
What?
No, okay, thank you.
So I'll
The next
second
one.
for the 2,000. Sue, roll call.
Wait,
Oh,
can you go to where are we?
sorry, I'm
So this
sorry.
is-
Page 45.
Okay.
Sorry.
Page 45.
Everyone, please listen.
Tires.
Page
Fire-
45.
vehicles.
Gotcha.
Fire vehicle tires for
Yes.
2,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Stacy.
roll call, you ready?
Mhm.
Councilman Cassio?
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney?
Yes.
Councilman Sears?
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez?
Yes.
Council President Morgan?
Yes. For fire vehicle equipment and repairs for 20,000, I'll motion.
Second.
Roll call.
This is,
The bottom one,
Last line.
the last line.
yes,
Councilman Cassio?
yes.
Councilwoman Feeney?
Yes.
Councilman Sears?
I recuse my vote.
Councilwoman Velez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Morgan? Council
Yes.
President Morgan?
Yes. Seriously.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
All right, and then the firehouse was more of an administrative thing on the bottom. The firehouse gas natural, right? Mr. Mayor, that was more, okay, so we don't have to revote that. So then we're gonna move on to
I was good.
page 59 through 68 to finish out the budget. Okay. Landfill and dumping fees, debris program, 70,000.
Can we talk about the senior citizen van? Did we, just wanted to know if we moved that money to somewhere else?
Yeah, that's other DPW gas.
Thanks.
Statutory expense, okay, hold on, this is 235,145.
Emily, you got your dumping fees up here.
I said that one already.
I think you started the,
I said 70,000, I'm sorry, landfill and dumping
Right.
fees, debris program, 70,000. The next line, statutory expense, PERS, 235,145, DCRP pension, 8,000. Anyone need anything pulled?
Just this is the last one, 001.
Okay,
I'm just not sure it's statutory expense, the jump. So,
were any of these the ones Mr. Tovo would have liked to have discussed? No.
No,
Okay.
and on that one, Daisy, hence the name statutory, we're
It's-
bound to pay it. It's the pension plan for all the employees.
okay.
And then, Councilman Casio, you wanted DCRP
Yeah, I
pension?
just wanted
Okay.
to discuss it real quick.
Okay, okay.
All right, so motion to approve everything except for DCRP.
So
Oh, okay. So roll call?
Councilman Casio,
yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes,
Council President Morgan.
Yes. So DCRP pension, 8,000, Councilman Casio.
Yeah, the only question is why we're not pulling it total? Why is it 8,000 this some years and 5 and 10, total 7? So
History to see if it refreshes my memory. Sorry, Steve, I do not know.
Okay, that's fair, because I don't know either.
Okay.
So do we get Mr. Tover to explain that? If he's going to be here on. Can we table that for one day?
Yes. Okay. 60.
Yeah, I think it's a voting match for my notes.
Okay, stat expenditures, FICA and Medicare, 215,000.
Just a question.
You want to pull that one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then stat expenditures, PFRS, 890,217. And that's it for that page. Does anyone need to pull that one, or can we approve that?
Well, my question for all those three is that current employees who are anticipating more employees for the first one and the second one, I guess, for 00s, well, 47200 and 47500.
At the time in January, when we did review these, it was for current. I don't think we anticipated any additions this year that I could think of offhand that we spoke about.
Okay, that's my only question for both of those. That's all.
Okay. Motion to approve this page.
So moved.
Okay.
second.
Sue, roll call?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes,
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 61, municipal alliance match. Is that municipal share, I believe?
Yes.
3,127. Municipal alliance, I don't know what that is. What are these abbreviations?
Grant state share.
Okay, grant state share, 10,174. And, okay, thank you. Unapproved abbreviations, reserve for recycling tonnage grant. Is that a grant?
Yes.
Okay, 20,000. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
yes,
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 62. Clean community program. What is that?
It's Reserve for Clean Communities Program.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
28,000?
No, there's 30 at the top, which is the Reserve for Clean Communities.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Where is that?
it's on the.
On the other page?
Next
Yeah.
page.
Oh, okay. Reserve for Clean Community Program, 30,000.
Hold
Clean,
on.
okay. And then clean community program, excluding the cap, 28,000. And that is it. So we're pulling the first one. Can I have everyone okay with the 770201 for 28,000? I'm sorry, 770200.
Can we pull just for an explanation? The 200, correct? That's the one you're saying?
Yeah, 200.
Yeah.
For an explanation, sure. So they're both being pulled.
Yeah.
So, Councilman Casio, did you want the first one or did?
Tom.
That was
I think you
Tom?
wanted
Okay,
that
Councilman
one, right?
Seer?
Yes, matching grant funds. Will that be involved with fire department grants? If it is, I will have to recuse myself for voting.
Which line item, Tom?
You talking the top one, Reserve for Clean
No,
Communities?
it's 750, 200.
But there's nothing there.
No, it's,
Right, no ask.
Yeah, there's nothing in that one.
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Okay. So you pulled the first one, the Reserve for Clean Community Program for 30,000. Did you mean to pull that?
No,
Okay,
it's this one.
okay. So motion to approve that?
So moved.
I'll second. Let's do roll call.
Councilman Casio,
yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes,
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Clean Community Program excluding CAP, and that one was being pulled by Councilman Casio, right?
No,
No,
Councilwoman
Velez.
Velez.
Oh, sorry.
Just discussion. It's 0 across the board and then it's 28,000. So just wanted to understand what,
oh, that's the one I wanted, I'm sorry.
Okay, you both wanted that one pulled? Okay.
I'd like to defer that one to the administrator because I couldn't give you a 100% answer.
Okay,
Table,
so
please.
Okay.
page 62. Okay. Page 63 has, what's that?
Let me see.
Yeah, just the bottom. Municipal court administrator, 35,000.
Pull it.
Okay, that's the only one on there, so it's open for discussion.
Let me say, when I spoke to the administrator at the break, he asked that you pull this one. He'd like to be here to explain it.
Okay. So page 63 is tabled. Page 64, municipal court judge, 11,561. Municipal court judge extra sessions, 500. Municipal court,
Administrator.
Court administrator.
yeah, court administrator extra session, 125. Municipal court violations clerk, part-time, 23,011.
Pull that for explanation.
Okay. Municipal court acting judge, $250. Municipal court office supplies, $950. Telephone, $1,500. Subscriptions and books, $200.
Pull
All right,
that.
so the,
Pull 240.
Could you pull 210, please?
yep. 210. Okay, so motion to approve everything except violations clerk, part-time, office supplies, and subscription and books.
So moved.
I'll second, Sue roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes,
Councilwoman Velez,
yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. So discussion for violations clerk part-time.
Yeah, why is it going up $6,000? It's been running around 16,000 for the last couple of years.
I'm sorry, which line items?
190, municipal court violations clerk part-time.
What numbers do you have? You mean the spend is 16,000?
The spend is I'm sorry, the spend is 16.
Oh.
The ask has been 15, 19, 21, 22, 22, 5, 23 for this year. So just one explanation why we're,
Okay, again, Bob said if any questions came up on the clerk at all, he'll answer them when he's in attendance. So again, table that
can I
one.
please table this, Ms. Morgan?
Yep. Okay. Office supplies, who wanted that pulled?
I would like to make that 650.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
Okay, I'll
Second. Sorry, Council President.
That's okay. Okay, Sue, roll call?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Do we discuss this at all? We didn't discuss this at all, right?
We can discuss it now.
Yeah, we can discuss
I
that.
don't know, Mr. Mayor, do you have anything or should we?
The only thing I can add on this is when we did the budget, we were in between court administrators. And so a lot of this just got, like office supplies just got carried from previous years because the person was new to the position. I think I would recommend going along with the cut that's been suggested on this.
Okay, then yes.
Councilman Sears,
Oh, yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. And then subscriptions and books, 200. Who wanted that pulled?
I did.
Okay, no, I think,
Tom, go ahead, Tom.
They nowhere came close to this, except back in 2019.
I would ask that you would maybe leave it one more year since we do have a new court administrator. The person may want to get some subscriptions going, but if she does not, I would be the first to say zero it next year.
Okay, I will accept that.
could we lower it or,
I'd rather give her the opportunity to,
If it's a new person.
because I don't know the court system, what subscriptions or books are available at cost. So I'd like to give that person the option of setting the department up the way they want to.
Does this person have experience in this position?
Very much so.
Okay. I would think, she probably gets it already. I'll go with leaving it at 2.
Or motion for the 200.
anyone want a second?
Second.
Sue, roll call?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 65. Municipal court dues, meetings and conferences, 150. Interpreting services, 1,000. Furniture and equipment, 400. Outside contractors, 100. Printing, 750.
Can we pull the outside contractors?
Printing, I did that, 750. Miscellaneous, 100. I want that pulled. And then prosecutor change of venue, I think that is,
Correct.
250. Okay, so motion to approve everything except for outside contractors and miscellaneous.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call?
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Outside contractors?
Is this for minutes? Do we know in the past?
No, the court doesn't have minutes per se.
No, what's the, do you know what the outside contractors are for? I didn't.
Look in the history, see what that $59 is. 493.20.
493.20, right? I'm freezing again.
And then there's 491.20.
Zoom virtual court session, so paying for Zoom. So, okay, I'm good with that, as long as they're paying for something.
Okay.
A
Thank
motion
you.
for $100.
I'll second.
You guys cold?
My house is cold. I'm freezing.
I'm telling
Sue, roll call.
I'm sorry, it was, Councilwoman Feeney and yourself?
And I second, right.
Thank you. Councilman Cassio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. And then miscellaneous, I know there should be miscellaneous in most departments, but this has never been used except for $11 in 2018, so I'd like to zero that out.
Let me say, I agree, but to give a little more flexibility, even though it's in the same control, I would almost rather you take the outside contractors to zero and leave the 100 in miscellaneous. It gives them a little more flexibility as to what they can spend it on.
Do they need Zoom for
Yeah, I mean,
this year? Because they're gonna need that $100 then.
Why don't we get rid of outside contracts and just use miscellaneous?
That's what I was saying.
Make it one, just let's zero that out for the next
Mhm.
5 years until it drops off.
Mhm.
And then leave that over there. Leave the same amount, leave 200,
Mhm.
whatever.
Right.
But this way you have a little more flexibility
Right.
to
Mhm.
use it
Pull
where
from.
we may need it. Just a suggestion.
Sounds like exactly what the mayor was suggesting. So I agree. I think that's a good idea. So then
So I'll motion for 200 for municipal court miscellaneous.
And I'll go back and motion to strike the 100 to zero. Drop it off.
Can we do one line at a
You can do
time?
one line at a time.
Thank you. So let's go forward first, I guess, and then we can go back and delete.
Yeah.
All right, so Councilwoman Feeney, you suggested 200 from miscellaneous, correct?
Yes, move the 100 to the 2, yeah.
Okey-dokey.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Councilman Cassio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
yes.
I'll make the motion to zero out outside contractors and drop it from the list in 5 years. It's 5 years right now.
That's a terrible name for that line, just saying.
What, outside contract?
Yeah.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Oh, I'll second.
Councilman Cassio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes.
So this page is done.
Page is on 66. Public defender, other, what is the EX?
I think it's expense.
Okay, other expense, sorry, 2,400. Is that capital improvement fund? I don't know what these.
Yes.
Okay, capital improvement fund, 100,000. Reserve for ambulance, 10,000. My goodness, good luck with this one. What is this? DT Serpay.
Debt service, paying bond, principal, cap, expense.
Okay, 700,000.
Easy for me to say.
2 points.
Well, you could do the next one as well. Look at that one.
Municipal debt service, interest on bonds, capital expense.
My goodness, 178,000.
I believe Bob said on the capital improvement fund, that one needs to go to $107,100. This was a placeholder, but now that we have the exact number,
What is that number?
$107,100.
Very specific.
That's for 930,000.
No,
No.
902.
902, 200.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we need to.
So it has to increase.
Because we raised the radios 172,000.
Oh, I see.
So I'll motion for the capital improvement fund one, since we need to increase it to 107,100.
Is there a second?
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Motion to approve the page.
So moved.
Second.
Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Okay, page 67.
Want me to take that one?
Okay, municipal's debt service,
Keep going.
interest on notes,
Milk?
notes.
I thought you said milk.
Municipal
Like
debt
capital.
service, interest on notes, is that correct?
Yes,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
capital expense,
you got it.
thanks. 124,468.
The one and only.
Wow.
Deferred, oh no, that's it, and that's it, yeah.
So I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion on that one? Okay, so Sue, roll call.
Councilman Casio,
Yes.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. Page 68, reserve for uncollected taxes, 715,000.
So,
Pull
Okay,
That's the only thing there, isn't it?
That's it.
See anything
that
else?
is it.
That's it.
Okay, so let's discuss.
Yeah, the question is, how are they calculating this number?
There is a state formula that we are guided on. There is a slight variable in it. I want to say not enough to make a big difference in the number, but there is a state formula.
Because
And
it
it's
seems
gone
like the
down.
formula's been the same for the last,
Mhm.
1, 2, 3
Correct.
years, and,
Yeah.
taxes have gone up, and they vary, so I'm just wondering why it's still, 715 for 3 years. So that's 4 years if not approved it, so
Right.
that's my question.
I know it was a number that was reviewed by the CFO and the auditor both.
Okay,
They both have a say on this number.
okay, that's my only question. It's just odd if there's a formula and things change, why it's the same.
And it's gone down.
I mean, again,
Yes, it has gone down.
don't hold me to this. It could have to do with the valuation of the town also and all the properties. And so it might tie into last time we did a reevaluation, but again.
But that number is significantly lower than it has been, so.
Yeah, when did we do the reeval? That was 15, wasn't it?
Was it? Okay.
I think, I'm not sure, time
2000.
flies, so I don't recall.
14.
Was it 14? So,
That's right when I
Probably
wrote
was
this.
14.
All right, then I withdraw my explanation.
so again, I don't understand why it, you got 17, it dropped, thank God it dropped. I'm glad
Right.
it dropped.
Mhm, yeah.
But again, I don't understand why it's consistent if
And-
things are moving.
And we're a very fortunate town that most of that does come back into the budget as surplus because we have very little in uncollected taxes.
Right, right.
Okay,
Okay, motion to approve 715,000.
so moved.
I'll second. Sue, roll call, please.
Councilman Casio,
I'll abstain.
Councilwoman Feeney,
Yes.
Councilman Sears,
Yes.
Councilwoman Velez,
Yes.
Council President Morgan.
Yes. We are done. We have completed it with the exception of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items that Mr. Tovo will clear up on Monday. So we will,
I think I have those 6, but if Sue, if you have them, if you can email them to Bob and I, the line items. I think I took proper notes, but
And I wrote them too, so we can
Okay.
cross-check.
compare
each other.
notes.
So there will not be a budget meeting on Thursday, since we were able to
Just,
complete it tonight.
Add it to the agenda for Monday's meeting
Right.
to answer these few items.
Okay.
WCTV?
We'll do that on Monday also. Yeah.
Did we miss a section?
No. Okay, so the next meeting will be Monday. What does Monday say?
April 4th.
So it'll be Monday, April 4th, 7:30, right? It's a regular budget meeting, so at 7:30. No meeting on Thursday, just to reiterate, okay? Motion to,
I'd like to commend the council on a job well done this year, record-breaking. I can't remember the last time the budget was done this timely. We did have COVID setbacks, but, excellent job.
thank you. Yes, thank you, everybody, for being so easy to work with and really keeping it moving. I appreciate you all accommodating all the dates. I know they were really close together. So, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Sue,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night.
Night.
I've been waiting a lifetime for this moment to come. I'm destined for anything at all.